Hello everyone, welcome back to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is Tom Parker's devastated bandmates have joined a national outpouring of grief after it was announced the wanted singer had died at the age of 33 following a 2-year battle with a brain tumor. Taking to Instagram to share a heartfelt tribute, the band, consisting of Shiva Kanaswaran, Max George, Nathan Sykes and Jay McGuinness, described the singer as an amazing husband and father who would always and forever be in their hearts. Tom's death, which sparked a slew of other stars to share their social media tributes, was announced by his wife Kelsey on Wednesday after he was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor in October 2020, writing on social media that he fought to the very end before passing away peacefully surrounded by his family. Sharing a black and white image of Tom on the Wanted's Instagram, the band said, "Max, Jay, Shiva, Nathan and the whole Wanted family are devastated by the tragic and premature loss of our bandmate Tom Parker, who passed away peacefully at lunchtime today surrounded by his family and his bandmates. Tom was an amazing husband to Kelsey, and father to Aurelia and Body. He was our brother. Words can't express the loss and sadness we feel. Always and forever in our hearts." Shiva Kanaswaran shared his own tribute on Instagram, writing, "Hey Tom, hope you're having a blast up there. I am so grateful that I had a chance to witness your true courage. It has been a pleasure of my life, Tommy boy. Thank you for letting us see you light up the world. Talk to you soon and see you later. Love you brother X." After Tom's passing was announcing, a slew of UK stars also took to social media to share their own tributes. Ed Sheeran took to Instagram to share his own tribute, writing, "So sad to hear of Tom's passing. Thoughts and love are with Kelsey, his children and his family. Very sad day. What a lovely guy X." Payne also shared his own moving message for Tom, writing on his Instagram stories, "I'm heartbroken to hear about Tom. He was so full of life and humor, and the memories I have of him would stay with me forever. Sending my thoughts out to his family and his brothers in the Wanted." Lawson star Adam Pitts shared a recent image of Tom alongside Max on stage that had taken 2 weeks earlier, and tweeted, "One of the bravest, most inspirational people I have ever had the joy of knowing. Your attitude ever since your diagnosis has inspired people all around the world and you have raised so much money to help battle this horrible disease. It was so amazing to see you back with the boys with the biggest smile on your face and I'm so glad Aurelia and Body got to see their dad as the rock star that he was. Sending so much love to Kelsey and all your family and loved ones." His bandmate Ryan Fletcher added, "Devastating news about Tom Parker. What an outstanding amazing guy. We'll miss you mate, thank you for everything. Thoughts go out to @being_Kelsey and the Wanted fam right now. I don't even know what to say. Rip Tom." Rylan Clark tweeted, "I've just seen the news about Tom and that's absolutely gutting. He was such a good un, so sad to hear. Sending my love to Kelsey and the kids. Awful news." Good Morning Britain presenter Charlotte Hawkins tweeted an array of images from her previous interviews with Tom and the Wanted, writing, "So desperately sad to hear about Tom Parker. So full of life, it's so cruel he's gone way too soon at 33. We were both patrons of Eleanor charity last time we spoke. He still wanted to help others despite all he was going through. Sending huge love to Kelsey at the Wanted. Take that star." Howard Donald added, "So young and so sad. Rip at Tom Parker from @the Wanted. Strength and love to his family." Peter Andre tweeted, "Very sad and very unfair. Rest in peace Tom. Thoughts are with his wife and children." The Vamp's Connor Ball wrote, 33 is far too young, so much sadness. Rest in peace Tom Parker." Strictly Come Dancing star HRBY said, "We all love you Tom Parker." Love Island star Malin Anderson tweeted, "Rest in paradise Tom Parker, sending love and strength to your family." The Nolans wrote, "Absolutely heartbreaking news. Tom was a great guy, kind, funny, talented and a fighter. Sending lots of love to his partner Kelsey, their kids and his bandmates. Rest in peace, Tom." Noting his own father's death following a battle with cancer last year, James Jordan wrote, "Just heard that Tom Parker passed away, the same wicked disease that took my father. My thoughts and prayers are with his family. He was a very special man that I had the honor of meeting several times. Rest in peace, brother Red Heart. My dad will be there waiting for you with a beer. Martin Kemp also tweeted, Tom Parker, rest in peace. My love goes out to all your family and all your friends. Your bravery, your fight and your spirit will never be forgotten. Blue Star Anthony Costa wrote, devastating news about Tom Parker. Sending my condolences to his family, loved ones and friends, X. The band themselves later shared their own statement, writing on Twitter, the passing of Tom Parker has saddened us greatly. His fight was an inspiration and he changed the lives of everyone he came into contact with. Long may he be remembered for that, with love to all his family and close friends. Posting on Twitter, X Factor star Joe McElderry said, so very very sad. Life can be cruel, my thoughts to his family and friends. Tamsin Outwait posted on Twitter, this has floored me, sending love and light to Tom's wife and children. So unbelievably tragic, RIP Tom Parker. Comedian Ian Sterling wrote on Instagram, I was fortunate enough to meet Tom on a number of occasions. A genuinely lovely man, kind, humble and very funny, the sort of person that radiated a positive energy that lit up a room. Also Glad You Came is an absolute banger. My thoughts are with Tom's family at this difficult time. X. Jack Quickenden said on Instagram, tragic news. So upsetting, didn't personally know Tom but always thought he carried himself so well and seemed such a lovely lad. Horrible that he's been taken so young. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. Ahead of announcing Tom's death, Kelsey's last post to her husband came on March 8, with the mother of two sharing a snap of him performing alongside his bandmates, writing, that's my husband Red Heart Scissor, you've made us so proud. Love you at Tom Parker Official. On Wednesday, Tom's death was announced by his wife Kelsey, 32, who he leaves behind along with their two children, Aurelia, 2, and Bodhi, 1. Kelsey said, it is with the heaviest of hearts that we confirm Tom passed away peacefully earlier today with all of his family by his side. Our hearts are broken. Tom was the center of our world and we can't imagine life without his infectious smile and energetic presence. We are truly thankful for the outpouring of love and support and ask that we all unite to ensure Tom's light continues to shine for his beautiful children. She went on to thank everyone who has cared for Tom during his illness, adding that he fought the disease until the very end. Hugh Adams, head of stakeholder relations at Brain Tumor Research said, we are deeply saddened to learn of Tom's passing and send our deepest condolences to Kelsey, their children and all of Tom's loved ones. His loss will be greatly felt by his bandmates from The Wanted, their fans and throughout the pop world. Since being diagnosed with a glioblastoma multiforme (GBM) in October 2020, Tom has spoken openly and honestly about the impact of the disease and in doing so, has helped to raise awareness of the devastation caused by brain tumors. In October 2021, the charity and a number of our supporters were fortunate to attend a never-to-be-forgotten The Wanted show at the Royal Albert Hall in London, documented in the extraordinary and emotional Channel 4 documentary Tom Parker, Inside My Head. We also met Tom at Westminster and in December, he attended the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Brain Tumours (APPGBT), where he established himself as a passionate advocate for more research into the disease. Tom's tragic death highlights the fact that brain tumors kill more children and adults under the age of 40 than any other cancer, yet, historically, just 1% of the national spend on cancer research has historically been allocated to this devastating disease. We remember Tom for his passion, intelligence, eloquence and determination in the face of such adversity and will continue to remember him as we focus on our vision of finding a cure for all types of brain tumors. A source told The Sun that Tom had initially remained healthy and full of energy during his band's Greatest Hits tour, but his condition quickly worsened after the run of gigs came to an end earlier this year. A source said, Tom loved touring, he was an absolute rock star and determined to join the boys on stage. He was enjoying playing 2 songs a night and was doing well performing, but it really took it out of him. We all noticed how quickly Tom deteriorated during the tour, but he had no regrets, he really wanted to do it. Tom's death comes just 1 week after he revealed he was in the process of writing a tell-all memoir amid his battle with brain cancer. Parker took to Instagram last Tuesday to share the news with his fans and announced that the book would be released in July. He said that the book, called Hope, isn't going to be about dying but about living and finding hope no matter what situation you are in. Parker was diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma and went public with his diagnosis in October 2020, and revealed last year the glioblastoma was stable after an MRI scan. As he revealed a draft cover of his memoir, he shared a sweet video of an animated book flipping through pages, which contained photographs of Tom and his family. In a caption alongside the post, he revealed, "Hi, I'm Tom Parker. A lot of you know me as 1/5 of the Wanted, but I am also a father, a husband, and a son, that's battling brain cancer. My book, coming this July, is not about dying, it's a book about living, it's a book about finding hope in whatever situation you're dealt, and living your best life no matter what." No one expected a former member of tribute act Take That to become part of one of the UK's biggest boy bands, but Tom managed to defy odds. Tom was given just 12 months to live when he was diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma in 2020 at the age of 31. Yet in October 2021, a year after he went public with his diagnosis, he was continuing to make public appearances and used his fame to advocate for more funding for brain tumor research, which only receives around 1% of total cancer research funding. Throughout his adult years, Tom was instantly recognizable to many teenager and young people thanks to the success of his band. The Wanted released their first album in October 2010, which reached number 4 in the UK Albums Chart and created 3 UK Top 20 singles. Their later singles released in 2012. The band also found success in the United States and Canada with their hit Glad You Came, becoming the highest American chart entry by a British boy band at that time. A few years later in 2014, after the band announced a hiatus, Tom chose to take part in TV shows and reached the semi-finals of Celebrity MasterChef in 2015, came third in skiing show The Jump in 2016. His participation in these shows made him a household name rather than one that only teenagers know. Tom re-entered the world of showbiz and was cast as male lead Danny Zuko in the UK tour of Greece in 2017, which actually led him to postpone his wedding to Kelsey Hardwick, who he got engaged to in 2016. Speaking to Hello magazine, Tom said, "I don't want to take 2 weeks off, get married, do a week on honeymoon, then go back on tour. I'm letting Kelsey put everything into place and I'll just give her my credit card when needed." Despite his successful career, Tom was not met with beginner's luck when entering the music industry, including being rejected by X Factor judges during the first round of auditions. Tom told the Metro in 2011 that he received all no's from the judges before he had reached the chorus of his song choice, Flying Without Wings by Westlife, which left him shattered and he didn't sing for years. This rejection came before becoming mimicking Mark Owen in tribute band Take That, which saw him singing to 50-year-old men smoking in the corner of working men's clubs. His audition for The Wanted took a more positive turn despite, according to Tom, turning up to the audition looking chavvy. Tom said to Metro, "I turned up wearing a tracksuit with my hood up, so I looked a bit chavvy, but played handbags and gladrags on the guitar. Maybe our manager Jane saw something in me no one else did at the time." This underestimation was also seen when he was growing up in Bolton as a working-class lad, and in an interview with Hello magazine, Tom admitted he thought he was really cool but in reality was bullied. Tom said, "Do you know what they did? They chucked my bag with all my GCSE school notes onto the cricket field so I couldn't find it for weeks and all my notes got soaked. I had to do them all again. But who's had the last laugh? Me, that's called karma." Tom and Kelsey have had 2 children, their daughter Aurelia Bin 2019 and a son Bodhi, who was born after Tom's cancer diagnosis in 2020. He said, "The kids are the one thing to get me up in the morning, they bring that positivity out of me." Tom and Kelsey had been open with how cancer treatment was impacting him, which also meant time away from his children. Kelsey wrote on Instagram that she and Tom had been in Spain for treatment, which meant the longest time away from our babies. She added, "You don't realize how someone having cancer really affects the whole family." After his diagnosis, Tom spent 3 months in bed, saying to a camera in his room that all he could think was, "I'm just going to lie here and die." He said, "It's so hard to think about the future because I genuinely don't know what it holds anymore." Tom did not remain in bed for much longer, and in September 2021, Tom held a special charity concert at the Royal Albert Hall where all proceeds went to Stand Up to Cancer and the National Brain Appeal. Tom said, "I was absolutely shocked to discover that only 1% of the annual research budget for cancer goes towards finding a cure and treatment for glioblastoma. That's why I'm supporting the National Brain Appeal. I want to use my voice and platform to do something about it and help in any small way I can." Following on from the concert, Tom released a documentary called Tom Parker, Inside My Head for Stand Up to Cancer, which shows him and his family navigating his illness and preparing for the concert. This year Tom was adamant to join his bandmates on their tour celebrating the greatest hits, and for some shows he performed on stage sitting on a throne visibly frail. Yet Tom's illness has not taken away from how much he reveled in his time on stage playing music. Tom said in a Stand Up to Cancer video, "I was just a kid from Bolton, and then I got in a band and traveled the world. It was absolutely incredible. I'm very proud of where I've got to in my life." That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news update.